is frequency news. All right, this is K4PEW net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex radio net. Is there any emergency or priority traffic? Nope. If there is, call 911. But you can always ask traffic here if you can't call 911. We'll do it for you. Net may be broken at any time for that. Information on this net. You can see us on YouTube right now. Just go to YouTube in the search block and put in my call, K4PEW, and you'll come up with my channel. And in the channel, you'll see I think they call it Premiere. You can just click on that. You can see my screen on my radio, and you can hear and see what signals look like from, well, you and everybody else. And you can hear stations that you wouldn't necessarily hear on your station because you got a poor station. That's why. You can also go to 146.415.net. 146.415.net. That's a website that talks about Simplex and kind of what Simplextons do and a little bit about how to do it. Also, you can go to groups.io, which is GROUPS, India Oscar, and that's where we have our email distribution site. And so you can go. You don't have to join the email distribution, but you can look at and see our net schedule that's on the face of that site. Just look up MJSS and search their search block, MJSS for Mount Juliet Simplex Society. Yeah, or you can send me an email at k4pew@arrl.net. We normally meet at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night. We've been doing this for 7.5 years, I think. So right at 7.5 years. We conduct the net on 146.415 FM Simplex. Tonight we're also doing a net on 10 meters, which is 28.415, and we also will be doing one following that on DMR on, I'll think of it in a second, 146.460 on DMR Simplex, immediately following the 10 meter. Purpose of the net is to have fun and support other people who want to have fun in Simplex operations. And the net result of that is that you end up with a lot of better stations, a lot of better communicators, and a lot of, I don't even think it's a good sentence, a lot of better. People who are enjoying themselves on the radio because they're getting out and hearing so much better than they used to with their better stations and better antennas and better attitude. That's right. People used to have a bad attitude. Announcement. There is going to be a breakfast this Saturday at Lebanon at Shoney's. Lebanon, Shoney's, 8 o'clock or whatever time you decide to show up. Anytime. They're open, I think it's 7, maybe even 6. But we'll be there somewhere between around 7:30, start straggling in because we don't have a set time in place. Oh, we have a place, but we just have to commandeer a table and go from there and get there earlier. Also, let's see, other announcements. There is obviously a 10 meter net on tonight, but there's also one on Sunday night, one on 28.415, but it's at 7:30 p.m. handled by Michael, KM4YRF. Does a great job with that. Been going on for over 2 years now, and it's a nice standalone 2 meter net. Of course, we also followed that up with a 10 meter DMR net on 146.430. We're trying to push that idea. It sounds like we're trying to push it on people. No, we're just going to do ham radio. That's what we're doing. Is there any other announcements I need to be aware of, or we need to be aware of? All right, we're going to move right along. I'm just making sure this is on. Let's see, tonight is net number 785. If you can believe that. I remember the Get Smart show. Would you believe 785? No? Would you believe 85? All right, we're starting from the west, but tonight we'll be starting with people short on time. So we're going to do that right now, unless there's anybody who has any announcements or changes to announcements or whatever. All right, people short on time, please come now. All right, he caught you, well, at least out of work anyway, Greg.
Yeah, just barely out. Thought I'd go ahead and get in and out.
Very good. That was Greg. He's mobile. I'm presuming you're on Briley.
I will be in 3 seconds.
All right. Yeah, it doesn't have to be exact. Anyway, that's Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. That's Greg. He's mobile on the way home from work. Who else is short on time? All right, everybody's got lots of time tonight. Nobody else short on time? We got no short people short. We got any short people? No, we have any people who are first time check-ins. Do we have any of those? They're always welcome. We won't make fun unless you got a J-pole in the attic. All righty. I'll make sure, am I getting out here? Yeah, make sure it's on. I'm getting at least one reply. Well, then we'll start taking check-ins from the west. Please come in.
KM4YRF, Mike, if you know where. QE.
All right, Michael. I didn't hear the other station, but I'll get you in a minute. I think it's YQE. That's what I think it is. Anyway, that's Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. What's up over there? You get your antenna straightened out?
Yeah, hopefully so.
Oh. Yeah, no, I know the feeling very much. I went to great pains to get these two antennas. Well, yeah, two long wire antennas. You know, HF antennas up and operating well, and now it's through.
Well, good. I'm really glad that's working out for you. My only problem is that the wind keeps shifting my 6-meter antenna around a little bit, and I have to keep refocusing it.
Why do you find that it does worse if it's facing in a certain direction?
Yeah, it's a 2-element beam.
Oh, that one. Okay, I thought you meant the 6-meter power antenna.
I think I'm gonna put it back up.
Ah, I got you. Okay. Anyway, anything else from the net, Michael?
I have nothing, Paul. Carry on.
Yeah, I got nothing. KM4, that's Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot, Michael in Belshire. Who else is west?
104G.
Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf. Jeff, what is up?
Not much. Just hanging out. Staying out of the weather for right now.
That just means you're staying out of trouble or trying to.
No, I am.
Always in trouble, you mean?
It seems that way, but I try to outwork it, staying out of it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I try to do things around the house and for my wife so I stay out of trouble. That's how I stay out of trouble. Keep her happy.
Yeah, well, I do things around the house, mostly outside, weather permitting. Inside, things do, but, I do it when I can.
Oh, I know. Well, we're not as young as we used to be, that's for sure. And so I can't do everything all at once.
Well, that's true. Find out things start hurting. You can't move the way you used to, and you know how it is.
Oh, I know very much how it is. And actually, I think that people who have bigger frames like you and like me we notice those things earlier in our aging process than people who are normal dimensions. People who are the average 5'8", 5'9", 5'10", and they weigh 165 pounds.
Yeah, especially the knees and ankles.
I know that. Yeah, very much. Anything else for the net, Jeff?
Nothing else. Just I don't have too much coming on tonight.
All right, very good. Well, that was Jeff. He's in Madison. Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf. Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf. Who else is west?
KO4YQE, MKI4WBZ.
Hey, hold on there, Chris, WBZ. I think that was, is that Pat, YQE?
Yes, sir, KO4YQE.
Yeah, very good, Pat. How you doing?
Oh, I'm pretty tired, actually. They're transitioning us this week back into the office for 2 days a week. We've been out working from home now for about 2 years due to the pandemic. And I'll tell you, this was my second day working in the office, and I am just totally exhausted. Kind of strange. I get more productivity when I work from home, but yet I work harder or more output when I'm in the office. So I'm pretty tired, but other than that, I'm doing great.
Really? No fights developed in the office, were there?
Could you come back with that, please?
Said all these people all of a sudden showing up at the office together. I'm surprised there weren't fights.
No, it was more like just like a big old school reunion or something. I mean, we haven't seen each other except on camera in about 2 years.
Yeah, that's pretty weird, really, when you think about it. Everybody working from home and everybody showing up at work again. I'm surprised there was still a place to show up to.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Everything's just been so unpredictable and everything. At least we have the ability to work from home, which helped out a lot. We didn't lose anybody, anything like that. So still glad we got a place to come back to, even though the gas expense is pretty high right now.
Yeah, that would be troublesome, but you would have had that anyway, had we never had a. Well, I don't know what would have happened with the gas thing. I really don't know what would happen. I'm guessing the same thing would have happened.
Yeah, and if there wasn't the issue over Ukraine, I'm sure they would have come up with some other reason to stick those prices way up there.
I think I think you're right. Well, good. Anything else for the net tonight, Pat?
I believe that's all I have now.
Very good. That's Pat. Kilo Oscar for Yankee Quebec Echo. You got a great signal, by the way, tonight.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I keep going out there and fiddling with my antenna. And, I told you I got my HF stuff squared away with antenna tuning, but that went away again. So I've ordered some radial wire, and I've got a lot of instructions on how to set that up. So I'm going to be adding some wire radials for the HF stuff later. But I think on the VHF and UHF stuff, I think it's pretty resonant now, and I can do pretty much what I want to with it.
Yeah, very good. And refresh my memory. You're in Old Hickory, right?
No, I'm over here in Hermitage, right next to Summit Hospital.
Oh, that's right. I don't know why I always think you're in Hermitage. I'm not sure why that is. Just getting old, I guess. Anyway, it's Hermitage. It's Pat. It's Kilo Oscar for Yankee Quebec Echo, and he's in Hermitage. Ooh, I hear Chris in there. He's in let's see, Hermitage. Where are you, Chris?
I am usually. Now, Juliet tonight, though.
Oh, very good. Very good. You stayed over here just because you like it?
Higher elevation. I'll try to catch you after the net and see if we could do another shot at that DMR, but on 70 centimeter. And he said my radio doesn't do 2 meter, but I've got it set up on 446.46 for DMR on Simplex. But yeah, just hanging out, eating a snack. Thought I'd check in, and not much to report for the net. Just being another number. KI4WBZ, back to that.
Yeah, well, you're bouncing up almost 20 over from where you are here in Mount Juliet, in that high location you've got there. So you're doing pretty good with it. That's a good location, being almost 20 over. Anyway, that was Chris, Kilo India 4 Whiskey Bravo Zulu, and he's here in Mount Juliet tonight, mobile. Who else is Wes?
Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar Kilo Echo.
All right, there was a double or a triple in there, but I got Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar Kilo Echo. How are you doing tonight?
I think you hit me up, Paul. I'm not sure. Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar Kilo Echo, but a lot of crackle on the radio tonight.
Yeah, how you doing? In fact, I stopped by. You weren't there today. I was at the VA hospital.
Well, I actually was there, so I don't know how or why I missed you, but I had closed my door a couple times. Sorry I missed you, but again, there's a lot of crackle on this, and a little hard to hear you.
Yeah, no, it was about 4 o'clock.
What time did you? 4 o'clock?
Yeah, around 4.
Oh yeah, no. 3:30. I'm out of there. In fact, I tried to hit you up on the radio on the way home, and that didn't work. So he's probably already there.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that's true. Everything going all right for you on your satellite stuff?
Yeah, I'm working through a lot of things. Just had some issues lately I've had to deal with, but I'll go ahead and get off here for now, and hopefully we'll talk here soon. The Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar Kilo Echo.
Yeah, very good, Roy. I'm glad things are going well. I'll probably catch you again. I'll be back messing around with the VA for something or another in the next couple of weeks. So maybe I'll catch you then. Anyway, that's he's in. He's in. My dog just attacked me. Roy's in Madison. Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar Kilo Echo. Who else is in there? Please come down.
Kilo November 4 Tango Juliet Fox.
Hey, Rick. You got a free night, I take it.
I do.
Excellent. Anything else going on at your place?
No, nothing.
Nothing. I don't know. Sounds like you got a busy family.
I do have a busy family, and tonight is one of those slow ones. I'm appreciating it.
You're trying to say your family's slow?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Anything else for the net?
No, I got nothing. Just glad to check in tonight, man. How's everybody doing?
I think everybody's doing good so far. You're going to be able to be on the 10-meter net tonight, I take it.
I think so.
All right, sounds good. That was Rick, Kilo November 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot in Ashland City or thereabouts. Who else is West?
KG4 ILV, Jack and Donaldson.
Yeah, you're the near West. That's what you are, Jay.
Well, everybody sounded pretty good tonight.
Yeah, so far so good. It is pretty good. I checked 10 meters earlier before the net, and it was pretty flat dead otherwise.
I hadn't been on 10 meters since the last check-in, so I couldn't say anything about that.
Yeah, no, it's just sometimes it's great, sometimes it stinks. It's just up and down like a lot of them advance. Everything else going for you?
Oh yeah, everything's fine, and thanks for doing what you do, Paul. I'll get out of the way and let somebody else check in.
All right, that was Jack in Donaldson, Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. Anybody else, West? All right, to the south, please.
Victor 4 Delta, Smyrna.
Oh, very good. I was just going to say the south was supposed to rise again. I wasn't hearing anything. How you doing? How you doing, Ken?
Things are going well. Nothing to report. So, but thanks for doing the web. With a net, and thanks for everybody for joining in. Talk to you guys later. WZ4D clear.
Yeah, very good. That was Ken in Smyrna, Whiskey Victor 4 Delta. Who else is south?
Kilo 3, Mike Papa Romeo.
All right, I heard a double or a triple in there, but I did hear Mike here in Mount Juliet first, probably because he's closest. K3 MPR, how you doing, Mike?
I'm doing good. I was going to say, I was hearing a guy from New Zealand, or actually Australia, from New South Wales on 10 meters, and then I bumped up to 17, and I was here in Portugal and Slovenia.
Yeah, I was seeing it was quite a bit on 17 recently. I noticed from day to day, I heard more and more.
Yeah, I was really surprised at the two stations. So it was great.
Yeah, it is. I had jumping all over the place. My wife says, I guess she doesn't pay that much attention to what I do. She says, do you hope you'll talk to Russia? I go, I've talked to Russia several times. They got radios. They're normal people. Well, at least they have radio operators. Huh?
But, that instant halfway is working great. So one of these days I might have to try something else.
Well, if it's working, I don't think I'd mess with it. I mean, I guess what you find, well, I have two, I think I told you, I got the end fed and then I have that off-center fed dipole that both work good under different circumstances. I mean, they're not perfect. Not one of them is perfect, but they both do reasonably well. So I'm happy with both of them. At least I have an alternative.
True. Yeah, the off-center dipole trace thing just to ring it to a different direction versus what I got now. But yeah, that end fed is doing fantastic.
Yeah, no, it's a nice antenna. It works great. And how long did you say yours was? I forget.
I wanted to say 136 or 133. I forgot what it was.
And that will tune up on everything from 80 on up. Is that what it is? Have you tried it on 160?
160, the FWRs are a little crazy. Hang on a second. I think I've got them written down. But yeah, because 160 SWRs are up at the 16. So I haven't messed around with that. And, but 80, it's resonant on 3.83. And then it goes up and down just a little bit from there. But other than that, it's in the low ones on all the other bands.
Yeah, well, on 160 would only be about less than a quarter wave long for a 160 antenna, so you can understand why the SWR would snake.
Surprisingly, with that shorter 64-foot antenna, the SWRs on 160 were better, which kind of blows me away. But antennas don't make sense to me.
No, I know. I don't get it either. No, I'm never going to figure it out, so I'm not even going to try to. Anyway, that was Mike. You got anything else for anything for the net?
No, it's just looking forward to breakfast again.
Yeah, very good. That was Mike here in Mount Juliet. Kilo 3, Mike, Papa Romeo. Who else is wherever it was, south?
KF4
Hello, Tony. Anything good on your end of the world there?
Not a blessed time.
Oh, I don't know. You're the entertainment king. What are we talking about?
No, I'm just fortunate and blessed that I get to go. It's like my wife and I had this conversation. Between retirement and the wheelchair in the nursing home, there's a few years where you're able to get around and get upright. So we're going to enjoy this time.
Oh, I agree. Hey, listen, well, you know what you do is surprise her either this December or next December and take your Santa net to the Ryman stage.
Yeah, right. Well, yeah, we'll see how that works out.
Hey, you know, well, it could work out. Maybe you have to do it at night when nobody's there.
Yeah, somehow, yeah, okay. I'll tell you what, you bypass all the alarm systems so that I don't get arrested. How's that?
All right, well, I think we both go to jail anyway.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. Anyway, and just as because just another 3 hours and 40 minutes, Wordle starts again.
Yeah, don't remind me, man. That's like don't give me any pressure, man.
Hey, now your next goal is to either get it in one try or you complete it in under 2 minutes.
Yeah, well, I don't think either of those things are going to happen. Well, the first one is definitely not going to happen. I have done it in less than 2 minutes.
All right. Anyway, all right. Well, thanks for having that. KF4, KFQ, transmitting on 146.415 Simplex.
Hey, by the way, this morning I realized somebody was retransmitting. I had it on the dual band radio, so I was hearing somebody retransmitting the NOAA weather on 446, 415.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe they thought they were doing a public service or something.
I don't know what they were trying to do. Knuckleheads. Anybody? But they maybe just goofing around and didn't realize what they were doing. I don't know. Anyway, that's Tony. He's in Smyrna. KF4, KFQ. Who else is? Where was it? South. Please come in.
KR4AZ.
Hey, listen. If you're going to start checking in early, I have to change my whole protocol.
Well, I just made it home in time. We might as well start changing it, buddy. How you doing, Paul?
Doing great. I took out all my aggressions out earlier on my rowing machine, and I'm in here relaxing now.
Well, did you get anywhere on your rowing?
Now that's the problem. Where you start is where you finish. That's the problem with that. But you're all sweaty when you're done.
Start the same place, end the same place. You all tucker out too. So yeah, I get it. All right. Well, I'll let you get back at it, Paul. Everything's going good here. Good hearing you. Good everybody else. So have a great night. We'll talk to you later. Turn it back over to KR4 Alpha Zulu.
Very good. That's Tim, and he's in Murfreesboro. Kilo Romeo 4 Alpha Zulu. Yeah, he normally checks in really late because he's coming back from church, but not tonight. He's in here kind of early. Anyway, KR4AZ. Great signal, by the way. Who else is south?
Kilo Bravo 5 Echo Charlie.
Hey, I heard chicken the Rutherford Aries net last night. Was that your first time?
No.
I didn't remember if you had or not, but I just didn't remember hearing you before. I guess maybe I just missed it.
You even checked in with me as I was the Northern Relay.
Right. No, I remember. No. Anyway, how are you doing tonight?
Well, another exciting day. Enjoying my staycation. I already got the end of the internet and actually searched every movie on Netflix and Amazon to determine that about 99% of them were gone. I've been wondering, of course, it planned to rain while I took time off from work. And next week, when I go back to
Well, I've learned after watching so many different movies over let's just say, I don't think I was watching any movies when I was 5, so I'll just say 68 years. And so many movies are just forgettable. They're just, they're just entertainment that lasts about 30 seconds after you finish watching.
I know. You have no idea how many times I just watch old movies, and I've probably already seen them a dozen times, but they're always worth watching again. It's like there's only so many. I watch Casablanca over and over and over again. I just love that movie, but you could never make anything now like that movie unless I guess you have to make it woke, have some transgenders in there or something, to today's terms. And of course, nobody would watch it.
I don't know. You're right. You're right. Plus, if it doesn't have about $30 million worth of special effects, who'd want to see it?
My excitement here is Sunday I mentioned polar parts of the day because it was a nice day, but hadn't really done much Monday, Tuesday, today, and then all the weekend before it gets cold and chance of snow. Back to work again on Monday, warm and sunny and 7.
Snow on Saturday?
Well, there's a chance of it. I mean, it's going to get down into the low 30s. I mean, I hope not, but the moisture's there. I guess it depends on how cold it gets up in the atmosphere, about a couple thousand feet up.
Yeah, that'd be pretty wild if it did. It seems wild to me to be.
Some wild and crazy stuff. Certainly remember that.
Oh yeah, and like I say, this global warming.
Oh, I know. Plus the sunspot cycle on peak 2025.
Very good. That was Larry. He's in Walter Hill area. Kilo Bravo 5 Echo Charlie Victor. Who else is? A great segment too, by the way. South.
K4KCF.
Hello, Kevin. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good. Just wrapped up a big woodworking project today.
Anything? Well, is it just big or was it complicated? Or both?
Well, about 20 years ago, my uncle gave me a piece of hard maple, which you'll get a kick out of. It was basically a shop table in the high school at Niagara Falls. He was the maintenance super there, and he got a couple of those. Anyway, it's been in my shop for years and years. Wanted to make a nice workbench out of it with bench dogs and everything, and finally wrapped it up today. So, kind of a cool piece.
Wow, which school did it come out of?
One of the high schools in Niagara Falls. He worked at a bunch of schools. He did, maintenance super. He did electrical repair, you name it.
Oh, the reason I ask is I don't know when they closed. There was one vocational high school, which was a cool school, and then there was Niagara Falls High School, which was the granddaddy of it. That was the first high school in the city, and then there was a high school in my end for the bums. No, it was called LaSalle High School, which so he could have worked at any of those 3 schools. Because what was neat about we weren't a vocational school, but we had a carpentry shop, we had an electric shop, we had a metal shop, machine shop, and print shop, and drafting.
I'll take a better look at the tabletop. It might have your initials on it.
It might. One of my accidents. No, it was what was really neat about all boys had to take those 6 courses when they went through.
It should be that way today too.
I wish. I really do wish. I mean, my brother missed out on all of that because he takes things and he doesn't know which end of the shovel to use. It's embarrassing.
But then you have to pay the prices of some that turn screwdriver.
Oh, I agree. No, I've gone over and done this. I've had to go to this when I lived up in that area. I've had to go over reinstall railings because I didn't know how to do it. Just a railing that bolted to the wall. Real hard stuff.
That's shameful right there. It is.
I agree. I agree. Unfortunately his children seem to be better suited. I'm not sure why. But anyway, anything else for the net, Kevin?
Nah, that's it. I will say about my kids get a tool every year for Christmas, and they already have a little toolbox. They're accumulating a few things at a time. But that's all I had. K4 KCF.
Yeah, in the age appropriate time, you need a dome meter.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good good idea. Next year's a good year for my daughter. She'll be 11 then, so that'd be great.
Yeah, really, it's nice concepts to know, and regardless of whether they go into that area or not. It's just neat things to know.
Yeah, Roger. Thanks, Paul. This is K4KCS.
Very good. That's Kevin. He's in. Man, I forgot the name of that place again. Hold on.
Almaville.
Almaville. Got it. Almaville, which is I think west of Murphy.
Yeah, just a little bit. It's a smaller zip code, but it is closer to Murfreesboro.
Yeah, got it. It's Almaville. Kilo, Charlie, Foxtrot, and that's Kevin. Who else is another great signal, by the way? Really improved that antenna. Who else is Al?
Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor.
Hello, Larry. Good signal as well.
Yeah, man, doing good here. I'll let you get on with it. KE4SYB.
All right, that's Larry. His last name was Get On With It. He's in Rockville with a good signal. That's Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. Who else is South?
TM4TM. Good evening.
Hey, how are you, Tom?
Oh, doing good. Doing real good. Everything's fine. A new toy in today that I've had ordered for about 3 months. Got me a new HF solid state amplifier, and just waiting for an adapter to go from the 20 amp plug on the amp to the 30 amp receptacle I got in my wall. But I think I'll have it Friday. So that's, I guess, my biggest news for the day. Kept a little grandbaby today, and he's 9 months old, and had a big time with that. So it's all good. On the group is doing well. KM4TM.
Yeah. How big an amp did you? What happened to the amp you had?
Well, the shop for 5 months, and I got it back. I think there's still a problem in the bias circuitry. There's an adjustment that's not right, but I ordered this amplifier way before I got my old one back. It's a 1500 Elecraft. It's a legal limit solid state. I've got the Tokyo high power too, and it's a legal limit solid state amp. So now I got 2.
Wow, that's awesome. You have dueling.
Maybe if I use one to drive the other, I can get 3,000. Huh?
No, I don't think that. You know how it works out.
Probably not too good.
No, that's right. No, that's great. Biggest problem working barefoot, at least from my 17 years of experience, I can hear a lot of stations. Wherever I've worked, whether I was in New York or here in Florida, I can hear a lot of stations when my antennas are set up right, but they can't necessarily hear me.
Well, I've been doing really pretty well with just the straight radio, just 200 watts, but there's instances where that little extra will make all the difference. So I don't know. It's just one of those things. I had this, and so I had to pick it up. Anyway, that's about all I got, Paul. I'll let you get on with it, like my old neighbor says down here, Larry, and we'll say 73 KM4TM.
Very good. That's Tom. He's in Rockville. Kilo Mike, Tango Mike. Yeah, that was Larry. Last name. Get on with it. Who else?
KO4TTX.
KO4. Yeah, you're not south of me, are you? Oh, yeah, that's right. Where are you?
Yeah, it's Mount Juliet address, but just north of Smyrna.
I was, for some reason, I'm always putting you farther north. I'm not sure why, but yeah, that's interesting. The way, if somebody asked me to, well, of Mount Juliet looks like a Rorschach test.
It's quite a unique formation there.
Well, it's unique anyway because of partially, I guess, I don't know the history here other than when they flooded the lake, side of the lake too, in Mount Juliet. It's also on the east side of Person Police. I think it's partially adjacent to, I'm not sure about that. But you know, it's such a jagged, you know, messy thing, that whole Mount Juliet city limit.
I assume the lake made that majority of that side of it.
Yeah. Anyway, you like it down there? I mean, is that a good place to be?
Living the dream.
Well, as long as you're not being sarcastic, I'm happy.
No, I really like it here. I grew up just in Peace Lake area on the other side of the lake, and really like this area.
Yeah, just at the Mount Juliet Road, which is the main thoroughfare, and some of the other main thoroughfares around here, the 2-lane and 4-lane. Busy these days.
Yeah, I actually don't get much into Mount Juliet itself. Providence is probably, we visit that. Mount Juliet much.
Yeah, they put a parking lot wait right down there at first, and then you could get there faster on a bicycle.
Yeah, probably about right.
Well, very good. That's John. He is in what it would be considered Mount Juliet, and his call is Kilo Oscar Ford Tango Golf X-Ray. Who else is Sal? Hello, how are you doing tonight? Haven't heard from you in a while.
Yeah, doing good. I guess thanks. I'm hearing most everybody. You have to make it really
Yeah, very good.
White House, 5 watts.
Oh man, 5 watts. Yeah, that's doing fine. It really had a huge antenna.
Yeah, 5 8 back now. And I heard together.
Yeah, very good. Well, I guess I'm not real. It has a better elevation in some spots than down here in Nashville around the river.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got you. Well, very good. Everything going well for you, Alan?
pretty good. Just tried to stay low, and I was hearing you earlier, but you said the meeting's at 11.
That's correct. Those Lebanon Shoney's anywhere around 8 or 8:30 or 9, whichever time you decide to show up.
Okay. Yeah, but here's
I didn't catch that last part, Alan. Yeah, I think I got you on that. Well, anyway, all right, that was Alan, November 4, Victor Charlie. He's mobile on 5 watts. Everybody could hear him from the north side there. You probably might be able to hear him, but you can also hear him on the YouTube feed. That was November 4, Victor Charlie. South or east?
WA4ZHI.
I just assumed that we were run out of south already. How you doing, James?
Oh, I'm doing fine. I've got to work out with a little bit of wind and a little bit of moisture today.
Yeah, it was a little kind of humid, cool and humid today.
Well, you could see this humidity. It was falling on us.
This morning, I think it was foggy. Was it foggy? I don't know. Yesterday or morning or this morning was foggy. And yeah, and then we had rain. Yeah, it was kind of sloppy.
I didn't see the fog up close out across the trees out through the town. I could see it.
You could do without the fog. It's not good for driving conditions.
Well, I was home working on my car today, getting the battery charged.
Yeah, been there, done that. Everything else going okay?
Yeah, working fine.
Very good. Anything else for the net?
I got my car running. Had running for about a month or two, and I've got it going finally.
Oh, very good. Must have been doing something right.
Well, I have a son that came out and did a lot, told me what to do here and there. Where to crank now by on its own. Just step on the gas and it'll go.
Oh, awesome. That's very good. I'm glad you got some assistance to you. That's great. That's James, Whiskey Alpha 4, Zulu Hotel India. Great signal. He's right here in the middle of Mount Juliet. Who else? south or east?
KI4SIB, KI4SOR. Good evening, and then we're going to have breakfast Saturday, correct? Gonna do my best.
All right, very good. And today's your Saturday, so you got nothing to do between now and Saturday morning.
And as far as the weather today was concerned, when I went to work at noon, it was 72 degrees. And by 3:30, it had dropped about 20 degrees. And I was no mood to get wet, but we got wet, and we got cold, and we got a lot of things today. But we got the job done, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, I think some areas got it worse than us, but ours wasn't really that bad. It was just a temp.
Yeah, what got me was I saw that line of storm coming across, and I knew good and well the temperature was going to be than it was in front of it. And I was right. It dropped like a rock.
Yeah, I'm with you. Terrible outside. It was just cooler than I expected it to be.
Yeah, it wasn't terribly cold, but it was nippy anyway.
Yeah. Good. Anything else for the net, Richard?
No, sir. I'll see y'all Saturday if God and Lord willing and the creek don't rise. Y'all take care. 7-3 to everybody on the net. Thank you. When I can. KI4SIB.
Yeah, very good. That's Richard and Stephanie. They're in, we're just a little west of downtown Lebanon. KI4SOR. Who else is east? Nobody else east?
4CXE, Chris and Mount Juliet. Only my house office is built in Lebanon.
Hold on, Philip. I got KG4CXE in first. Chris, you doing okay?
Yeah, doing good. How about you, Paul?
Better if I was about 30 years younger.
I guess that would help, right?
No, it's just funny when you. I know now. I now know. Well, for instance, somebody said to me, "We're as far." Oh gosh, what was that? Let me get this straight. 1950 is, in other words, I was born in 49, and he said, is no different than 50 is to 1917. I went, damn, I'm getting old.
Well, it's all perspective, right?
Well, what's interesting about that is, when we look back in time, and I'm looking back farther than you are, but I was born in 49. The house I grew up in, well, after the first couple of mobile homes we lived in, the house I grew up in was built in 1917, right amidst World War I somehow. And so that's my big connection to 1917. But, and so I thought they were ancient. You know, when I was 5 or 10, I thought they were ancient. 18, I thought they were ancient. And now I'm ancient.
Yeah, but you don't feel that way.
No, I really don't. I'm not. I don't know if they felt that way either. It's just funny when you look back technically. You know, I mean, I'm sitting here in front of a fairly huge, screen from my PC, and the first TV they had was I think, round black and white set that got 2 channels.
Yeah, it's a huge difference in technology.
I feel like I grew up in the technical dark ages.
Well, it moved so fast, but yeah, it's crazy once we took off, off to the races.
Oh yeah, no, it's there's that, I forget what they call that doubles every whatever, I forget how long it is, every 5 years or whatever, and it keeps on getting shorter and shorter.
Yeah, an exponential.
Yeah, very good. Anything else for the net, Chris?
No, that's all I've got. KG4CXE.
You haven't gone back to the office yet, have you?
No, we're going to go back in, I think, once a week starting next month.
Just so you get used to it again?
Just for
Yeah, that's I find that funny that you long and you only see each other on video and then you show up in person. It would be like a high school reunion.
It will be strange. A place that we were all together and then kind of siloed, and then, yeah, now we have to go back. So, well, at least once a week.
Yeah, very good. In over here in Mount Juliet /Gladeville, Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-ray Echo. I think I heard Phil in there. Did you, Phil?
I'm doing pretty good. Now, how about you?
Well, couldn't get much better for what I got. No, I'm doing fine.
Well, good deal. Well, I ain't got too much going on. CX Engineering called me today, and looks like I'm getting that number to go. I'll swap out that icon 2730 that I had for a J2 STM 300CR.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. Hey, give me your call again. I know it's Papa Lima Alpha with a 4. Forget.
Actually, W8PLA. I actually got some of those other 4 called WPLA.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I was, for some reason, I was confused, but sorry about that. Be good to see you on Saturday. Show up. Everything goes well, of course. And it's going to be cool, so we're going to have fun. Anyway, that's Phil. He's over in Lebanon. Whiskey 8, Papa Lima Alpha. East or north?
Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo.
You've been out of touch here for well, at least one net or two.
Yeah, I'm getting bad. I've been busy, but I'm planning to be at the breakfast this time.
Ah, very good, very good. Yeah, just notice when people are missing, I don't make a big deal out of them missing, because sometimes people will be missing for weeks, you know, and they go, "I'm work to do. We got families, we got travel, we got laziness. You know, there's all kinds of good reasons."
Yeah, all the above work. Work, some of his family, and some of it was just I had other things to do. But I'm glad I was able to make it today, and for us at least, wasn't nowhere near what they were thinking.
Oh yeah, no, there's no this area. I would have never. I guess I didn't think of it because I didn't live here. I'd never lived here. You know, I've been here 10 years. I didn't realize opportunities for tornadoes and potentially bad weather. You know, really bad weather. And living in Florida, I was used to it because of the hurricane. You know, those were not as bad as most people make them out to be, especially if you're not in the middle of it. But here, I never suspected it would be like that.
Yeah, well, that's due to changing climate conditions and stuff. Also, a lot of it is reporting. As you get a bigger population, you know how many tornadoes go unreported? If you're in the middle of nowhere, nobody reports on them. You know, especially the smaller ones. As you get a bigger population spread out, you're going to get more reports of it. But Tennessee is like, I want to say number 1 for overnight. It's just because the weather likes to move west. Yeah, it just hits us at nighttime. That's what makes them dangerous.
Yeah, I'd say so. I know. I'm a dangerous tornadoes. I'm just glad it didn't hit me head on. Anyway, that was Frank. Anything? By the way, Frank, anything else for that?
No, and let you get on KB9RTK.
Very good. That was Frank. KB Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo. Anybody else?
WB0 NLO. Mike Clarksville.
All right, hold on, Mike. I had Mark. Mark, there we go. How you doing there, Mark?
Doing well. Just kind of been sitting here listening to everybody. Pretty good tonight.
Yeah, it has been pretty good tonight. Have you did you see the thing I sent you on the mic shots?
Yeah, I did. And I saw the other thing you sent me too.
What was the other thing?
Well, I don't remember at the moment. But it was about a friend of mine that had passed away that had information in his obit, but no military service to go along with it. So I was confused.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Again, if you were in touch with him a lot, you might have known that, but he could have a or less career, you know, in the military, and you'd have been none the wiser if you didn't see him regularly.
Yeah, time that we're talking about. That was about the time I got married. working on career and everything. You know, maybe we were out of touch long enough that could have happened. But, I don't know. It's just strange.
Yeah, I agree. I'm glad he had a good life and a good career. Sounds like a good guy.
Oh yeah, he's a good guy. We played football and drank beer and chased women together.
And some of it all at once.
Most of it all at once.
Very good. Mark, Whiskey Bravo 0, November, Oscar. I can tell your wife's not in the room.
No, she's safely away.
Anyway, Whiskey Bravo 0, November, Oscar, and Mark is in Northwest Wilson. Mike, give me.
K4 GSA. It's Mike here in Clarksville. Long time no here.
Oh, okay. I thought it was another Mike. It was. All right, yeah, you haven't been on. You've got an excellent signal tonight.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good right now. It was great when you first started, and a little bit, but yeah, it's pretty usual here.
Yeah, no, it is. Sounds good. You've been obviously keeping busy then.
Other stuff, just what did you say earlier? A little bit of laziness, family, and there was something else.
Well, I see you're bumping up against S8 here on that last transmission.
Yeah, I got you about the same thing here. So yeah, just been working and out of town a little bit here and there. So I tried checking a couple times. There are a few weeks that it's hit or miss sometimes. Sometimes I get you for a little while and then you fade away and it comes back. But right now it's good.
Yeah, I'm with you. I have the same problem when I try to talk to Steve up in Bowling Green. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's can't hear him hardly at all.
Yeah, roger that. So the net's been going well.
Yeah, reasonably well. We're averaging somewhere around 30 or so, and it bounces up and down because people bounce up and down with their time and their schedules.
I understand. Well, and wanted to check in and say hello. Everybody on the net, anybody can hear me. But yeah, things are good here in Clarksville.
Yeah, very good. That was Mike, Kilo 4 Golf Sierra Alpha, and he's up just a little bit outside of Clarksville, a little high of Clarksville, right on the river at about 450 feet. So he'd be dead on his RF signals if that's where he was, because I've tried. That's Mike in Clarksville. Kilo 4 Golf Sierra Alpha. You can look him up on QRS. Who else? Anybody else north? Hey, how you doing, Steve?
Wonderful. Heard my name.
Yeah, that's it. I tried to contact you the last night. What's today? Today's Tuesday night, but it was I couldn't hear whether you were talking to me or not because it was so just not good.
I thought I heard your voice right behind your voice. So I put both down and covered the end of that.
Oh, very good, very good. Yeah, the conditions weren't that good that day because I could barely understand. I hear you guys.
Okay, good conditions tonight.
Oh, they're excellent tonight. I don't know if you could have heard Mike over there in Clarksville, which is quite a trip, and especially when he's doing S8,
Well, I've heard several people tonight.
Yeah, well, very good. Everything else going well with you?
Yes, sir, very well.
Good. Work's not giving you any trouble?
Give me trouble. I don't worry about that.
Well, that's what you get paid to do. Take care of trouble.
That's true.
Hear from you, Steve. I will attempt to be on the net tomorrow night, just as a courtesy to actually get in there and say something. Anyway, that was Steve. He is in 65 miles north of me, almost due north in Bowling Green, north of Bowling Green. That's Kilo 4 Whiskey Kilo Uniform. And I didn't get that right. I always want to think it's a K or a W. Why do I do that?
Oh, you got it right.
I know, but I always think that it's the other one when I write it down. Anyway, Kilo 4 Whiskey Kilo Uniform. Too many calls like this. Who else is good to have you in there, Steve? Who else is north? North up there? Any place, anywhere? Please come now.
Comment.
Go ahead, comment.
Good to hear Steve. I haven't heard him in several weeks. I thought something was wrong with my antenna.
Yeah, excellent signal today.
Yeah, I just haven't had any condition.
Yeah, no, it's been very good. Plus, the HF condition has been pretty decent too recently. All right, any place, anybody, any place, anywhere, lollygaggers, lurkers, and sandbaggers, please come in. And procrastinators, which I have to wait quite a while for.
Another comment?
Go ahead.
You don't have to do it today, but any chance we could do a 10 meter FM check-in? My rig doesn't do for SciTech.
Yeah, we have talked about that. We just have never done it. Somebody said we can start an FM net. I go, well, maybe someone else will want to do it. I do so many nets. I'm net crazy.
No, I hear you.
No, that would be great. Seems to me we did do an FM net one night. I'm starting to lose track of it. It was a while ago, though. It was within the last 6 or 8 months. Seems to me we did. And of course, on FM, it's generally going to be better if everybody's vertical, wouldn't it?
I do remember you doing the FM. I just didn't have my setup, my antenna set. I do remember you doing it a couple months back.
Okay, yeah, very good. Yeah, there's no reason. Let's do this. Let's plan on, well, no later than next Wednesday. FM. I'm going to make a note about that. FM, 10 meter. We'll do it. How about that?
You're the best.
Well, I don't know if I'm the best, but I'm a glutton for punishment for nets here. Anybody, any place, anywhere before we move on to the 10 meter upper sideband net?
Question.
Hey, go ahead.
Are we going to do a 70 centimeter net in the next 20 years?
Why, you're really dying to have be abused by the 70 centimeter condition?
No, not necessarily. I just knew we hadn't had one. Hadn't done one in a while.
That's because they're so. Remember, we thought we were thrilled that time we had 17 check-ins on 70 centimeters, and then the next time we had one, it was like 7 or 8 or something.
Well, that 17 was unusual.
I thought it was.
No doubt. That's just something stuck around. I don't know. We hadn't done one in a while. I didn't know if you want to do it or not. It's okay. I'm going to try and get in on the 10 meter here in a few minutes, so wish me luck.
All right, just yell loud into the microphone. That's how we hear you.
I'm going to have to. KI4S, I'll be back to that. Thank you, sir.
All right, Richard. That's Richard, of course, up there. Still trying to make his 10 meters get out good. Anybody else want to check in on 2 meters before we move on? All right, we're moving over to 10 meters, 28.415 upper sideband. And right after that, we're going to do a DMR net on 146.460. And of course, DMR is Simplex. So we're going over to 28.415. K4PEW QSY, as they say in the CW world.
How many check-ins were there?
28.
Thank you.
Very good, James. Thank you. Just thought I'd tune up before we got started. I did hear you in there, Richard. You there? Well, I heard Richard as soon as I went over to 28.415. I heard him. This is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey with the Mount Juliet Simplex radio net on 10 meters upper sideband. Looking for check-ins from the west. Please come now.
KM4YRF, Mike over in Belshire.
Very good. We got Michael in Belshire, Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. I did hear about it. I'm going to put right in the KI4SIB since I did hear him. I don't think he could hear me though. Who else is, and Mike is in Belshire. And then Kilo India 4 Sierra India Bravo. And of course, that's Richard in Net West 11. And who else is wherever I was? West? Boy, Jack, your signal's lower than normal tonight. You doing anything different?
No, your signal's lower too. Mike is topping the meter though.
Well, I just made a slight adjustment. It's a little better, but it's not as solid as it has been in the past. You know, just it sounds more like a true HF signal rather than because before it was last time it was more like FM.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're sounding over here.
All right, very good. It must be I don't know what it is. Cool weather or fronts moving in. I have no idea. That was a Jack, Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor in Donaldson. Who else is West?
Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo, Greg in India.
Hey, Greg, you made it home okay? Yeah, you sound good. You're hearing the same thing I am with just kind of lousy quality?
It's better for me this week. I think it's been last, so it might be localized.
Yeah, maybe. Now we just, well, every time you get close to Nashville, it gets crappy,
Well, it's the lack of garbage pickup.
Very good. Well, that was Greg in Antioch, Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo. Who else is West? To the south.
Kilo 83 NPR.
All right, I got 2 in there. MPR. Hold on, I got to. And I heard Larry in there. Kilo Bravo 5, Charlie, or Echo Charlie Victor. That's what it is. Larry, how you doing? You doing all right? You hearing everybody?
Well, let me just barely. I'm just on an inverted V. I don't have much for range up. There's only sad part.
Oh yeah, no problem. No, I hear you just fine. I mean, it's just not a real big, strong signal, but you're full copy. Anyway, that was Larry in Walter Hill. Decent signal. Kilo Bravo 5, Echo Charlie Victor with that inverted V. Cloud warmer, as they call them. And Kilo 3, Mike Papa Romeo. That's Mike.
Yeah, but it's Guam. And yeah, I just busted up the 50 watts up from that 20 watts I was on, so maybe you can hear me better.
Ah, you're doing fine. And of course, you're on the end fed, right?
That I am?
Yeah, no, it works good. But what I found just recently with Mike, I did a test with Mike with my even my dipole on 10 meters, which is a big dipole. I mean, it's technically it's an 80 through 10 dipole. I mean, it's covers I don't know, it's close to 200 feet long, I think. And Mike could barely hear me up there in Belshire.
Yeah, I mean, it's I think you did that with me too, and I could hear you. It was almost the same on both, but I'm so close.
Right. No, that's the reason, because you're fine with me, even though you're horizontal and I'm vertical on 10 meters. So anyway, that was Mike. He's here in Mount Juliet, south of 40, over there, behind Providence. I see behind. It's east of Providence. Kilo 3, Mike Papa Romeo, and he's horizontal. 50 watts. Did you say 50 watts you're running on that?
I just turned it up to 50 just now.
Okay, no, very good. I just wondered, because you can take it to 100 on your radio, can't you?
Yeah, I can go up to 100, but I find out that I get more contact when I sit down around 30.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Well, that's just a good trial and error. Very good. That's K3 MPR here in Mount Juliet. Who else is east? Okay, I started with west, south, or east. Yeah, south or east. Please come now. All righty, north.
Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Kilo.
All right, very good, Frank. It's Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Kilo. You see it hearing the same. It's the signals aren't as quite as clean and clear as normal. So what you
Fine horizontal for me.
All right, very good. Anyway, that's Frank. He's here in northwest Mount Juliet. Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Kilo. Who else is north or anywhere?
WB0
Sound good up there, Mark?
Okay. Yep, Frank covers me up.
I'm sure he does. That was Whiskey Bravo 0, November Oscar, and that's Mark. Don't forget, we're doing that DMR right after this. Mark?
I'll give it a shot, Paul.
All right, very good. Well, it's all we can do. That's Mark in Northwest Wilson, Whiskey Bravo 0, November Oscar. Who else is north or anywhere?
Oh, you missed Jeff.
Ah, Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf. Sorry about that, Jeff. Yeah, he's got he sounds like he's talking through a straw to me. Hey, Michael, you can hear him real good?
Yeah.
Tell him he sounds like that school teacher in the Peanuts cartoon.
I don't want to tell him that. He might get mad.
No, it's very because it's such a small signal to me.
He's got a new microphone coming.
Ah, okay, very good, very good. That was Jeff, Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf, and I did hear him up in Madison. Anybody else? Any place, anywhere? Yankee Lima Victor. Okay, there was a couple in there. Whiskey Bravo 4, Yankee Lima Victor. Give me your first name again. I've forgotten it.
My name is Clyde.
Oh, Clyde. How could I forget that? Silly me. How you doing, Clyde? All right?
I'm going to have surgery in about a month on my right shoulder, so I'll be incapacitated for a little while. I think I'm going to try to move back bed with my little bit. Anyway, I might feel better.
Oh, yeah. Well, very good. Good to hear from you, Clyde. I hope that all goes well for you. Keep us posted, and if you can make it to the breakfast, all the better.
Okay,
Yeah, very good. Sorry about that. My brain went dead on the call there. Whiskey Bravo 4, Yankee Lima Victor, and that's Clyde. He's here in Mount Juliet. Who was the other station? There's another station in there?
It's KO4YQE.
Hey, there you are. You sound real good, Phil. Pat. Pat, you copying me all right?
Yeah, I'm copying you really good over here. Got my tuning okay on my antenna and everything, so am I making the trip okay to you?
Oh yeah, it's not a big signal because of your location, but you certainly, I don't know if I say because of the location, whatever the reason is, but your audio is very good. It's very good copy.
Oh, sounds good. Yeah, I've been working some on getting the mic gain and everything set as well. But just want to jump in here and check in and say hello.
Well, very good. I'm glad you did, Pat. That's Kilo Oscar 4 Yankee Quebec Echo in Hermitage over there near Summit Hospital. Is there anybody else out there? Any place, anywhere, please come now. Hey, I hear you in there. Well, KB5ECB. Didn't you just check in?
Yeah, I just want to ask the antenna.
Oh, I'm running that SPT 500 that MFJ sells through, what do you call it? Cushcraft, not Cushcraft, the other guys. You know, it's that vertical that's originally made years ago for the 10 meter, for the 11 meter band.
The deviant, I'm not familiar with it, but well, because I run vertical and I can't hardly hear you. It's getting you off the side of the inverted D is what's getting to the signal.
Right. No, this antenna, I just found out a week or so ago, and I told Mike about it. But it's a big antenna. It's a big ugly thing. It's made for CB and it's made for power, and it gets out awfully good on HF. And then I tuned it up on 20 meters, and I was talking to Europe on 20 meters on that 10 meter antenna.
Well, I had a 10 meter mile band back in the good old days. Skywalker 5 element beam at about 50 foot there, and I could use it the boom for 15 meters instead of trying it sideways, and it worked great with the 50 feet. And I think it was good when I first got licensed. I used that CB antenna I had for not only 10 meters, but probably 15 and 20, and it worked the world on that thing.
Yeah, no, like I said, it's a big ugly antenna, but it works great on 10 meters and 20. I'm gonna try it on 17 next.
Well, I was just curious what you're running on this line. I'm not hearing you on vertical. I'll get you kind of on the plant. Anyway, everybody.
Yeah, hold on 1 second, since you're the last one. Is there anybody? Before I do that, let me just check something out. Is there anybody else out there who needs to check in? Wow, 13 check-ins. That's quite a bit. Let me do this. I'm going to switch antennas momentarily to my horizontal and see how it sounds like to you. Okay, hold on 1 second. This is K4PEW. How are you copying me there, Larry? Oh, that was crappy. How about now? K4 PEW.
Well, yeah, you got 5 here. It was Q5. I only hear you because they just have no noise tonight. Otherwise, I probably never would have heard you.
Oh, that was terrible because I could just barely hear you, and it sounded like you were off in a distance to me. All right, well, we settled that. Even my off-center fed Wyndham doesn't cut it on 10 meters for local communications.
And of course, the V is not even quite important. The V is east and west, even though I wish it was actually north and south. And then the E meter, the V, is north and south, which is one I'd like to have east and west. You come in better on the V going east and west versus the E meter one, which is almost pointed right at you.
Yeah, my gosh, it's amazing. Really, I have good copy on you, but at the same time, I don't have any signal on the screen whatsoever from you. It's just a good audio, but looks like there's no signal at all, even though we know there's a signal.
Well, I keep looking, keep trying to hopefully to find another good old DB antenna again and shorten it a few inches and put that thing out or just finally decide to put my tower up and get the beams back and everything and get that up and then be to rock and roll really good.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right, let me close out this net here. This is K4 PEW. Is there any more check-ins for the 10-meter net? Please come now.
Oh, what was this last station called?
That was Kilo Bravo 5 Charlie Victor Echo, but he checked in earlier, so that's right. There's actually 12 check-ins.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Well, very good. I'm going to close out the net unless I hear another check-in. All righty. Appreciate all the check-ins and appreciate everybody showing up. We learn a little tiny fraction of something every time we get on the air, I think. At least I do. I learned that I don't know anything about propagation. That's what or antennas, for that matter. Anyway, good to have you in there. This is K4 PEW 73. Thanks, everybody.